spin, just cinema flare. If it's film or TV, yeah, you know we there. Welcome to the movie lair. Welcome to the movie lair. Yeah. Welcome to the movie lair. Yeah. Welcome to the movie lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping it square. Welcome to the movie lair. Welcome to the movie lair. Lights low, screens glow, real news in the air. Welcome to the movie lair. From Marvel to DC, every frame gets shared. Welcome to the movie lair. No cap, no spin, just cinema flair. If it's film or TV, yeah, you know we there. Welcome to the movie lair. Welcome to the lair. Welcome to the movie lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping it square. Welcome to the movie lair. Welcome to the movie lair. Welcome to the lair. Welcome to the movie lair. Welcome to the lair. Welcome to the movie lair. Welcome to the lair. Welcome to the movie lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping it square. Welcome to the movie lair. Welcome to the movie lair. Welcome to the lair. Welcome to the movie lair. Welcome to the lair. Yeah. Welcome to the movie lair. Welcome to the movie lair. Lights low, screen glow, real news in the air. Welcome to the movie lair. From Marvel to DC, every frame each share. Welcome to the movie lair. No cat, no spin, just cinema flare. It's full TV, ain't no we air. Welcome to the movie lair. Welcome to the lair. Welcome to the lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping this square. Welcome to the movie lair.
What up? What up? I need to check to see if my sound effects working, y'all. Hold on. Oh, they are. We in there. What up, y'all, man? Sorry to be starting so late today. Uh, but I had some little technical issues, had some family things come up, but this is gonna be a pretty long show today. I got a lot of stuff to get into. We had a lot of things to happen this week and like movie news. It's a bunch of topics I gotta cover, but hope you guys are having a great Saturday. If you catch me on the replay gang, appreciate you always supporting. Leave me a comment, let me know you here. If you're on the replay gang, I appreciate everybody for always showing up for me. How y'all doing this good Saturday? How are y'all feeling? This Saturday feels kind of good. How are y'all feeling? Christopher says, yo, what up, Christopher? Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Appreciate your support every week. You always come in here. Christopher says, my favorite YouTuber. Thank you for supporting me, Christopher. You know, it's comments like that that keep us YouTubers going. When we have you guys who come in and support us and leave good comments, leave negative comments, man. It keeps us going. But we're gonna have a pretty good show today. We got a lot of Marvel stuff to get into. So if you're here for Marvel, that's gonna be later down the line, probably about an hour into it. But yeah, it's been some Marvel news that's dropped that has a lot of people like thinking like, okay, what's going on here? But yeah, man, we're gonna talk about a little DC. James Gunn is active. James Gunn back online, debunking things, calling all y'all liars for lying on him. There's a lot of stuff that happened this week. But once again, welcome to the movie lair. I appreciate you guys for always coming in here, hanging out with me so we can talk about all these movies and TV news and comic book stuff, all this geeky stuff that we get into. But man, I'm about to get this thing rocking and rolling. Hold on, let me get my little headset on here. get this thing going. Well, why I got my? Let me take this earring out because that's hurting. Let's get this earring up out of here. Up out of here. All right, we finna get into it. Let me get everything pulled up here. Once again, hopefully y'all are having a great Saturday. It's beautiful where I'm at. I don't know where you guys are located at, but it is great. The weather is good enough to get into the pool today. The sun is out, not too hot, not too cold. It's just a good little day today, man. But and look where I'm at. I'm in here with y'all. I should be outside, but I'm in here with y'all because I appreciate y'all. For sure, for sure. Appreciate y'all. All right. We about to get this thing rocking and rolling. I ain't gonna take up too much of y'all time. Uh so let's get it going. So what up, y'all? Tina here, and this is Tina with the movie Lair, and we are on episode 7 of 2026. That's right. And in this show, we got a lot of things to talk about. All right, we're gonna talk about some House of the Dragon news. We just got the first sneak peek trailer. We're gonna talk about a little interview with the vampire. Of course, we're gonna talk Marvel, and we're also gonna talk about some DC stuff. But before we get into all that comic book stuff, we're gonna talk about some general news. So let's get into it. All right, all right, all right. Blue's house checking in. He said, "Tina, what up, Blue? Blue, I'm gonna have a good show today when I get to House of the Dragon and and Marvel. So if you want to check back in later, I think it's gonna be pretty entertaining. But let's get into it, fellas and ladies. First topic. All right, first up, let's talk about some casting news for the Gilded Age. One of my favorite shows, man. I like this show. Hold on. Let me get it together here. My cords are all wrapped up. Hold on, y'all. All right. Let's get into it. So let's talk about some casting news for the Gilded Age. This is a TV show that comes on HBO, and I love this series. Basically, what the show is about, they're in New York, and it's a bunch of wealthy people and all they damn drama. Yeah, all they drama. Their relationship issues, money issues. It's so messy in such a demure way. I'm talking about rich people mess. And a lot of times, us in the real world, we're always talking about this divide between the rich and poor. In this TV show, there's even a divide between the rich and the rich. You have families on one side that comes from old money. They've been wealthy for centuries. And then you have this new young family and they're first generation wealthy. So you got the old school rich people versus the new school rich people. They don't really want to fool with them, but you can't really turn your eye to them because they are a force to be reckoned with. Now, what I will say, this show is mostly about it's about white people, okay? It's about white people. But by the time you get to season 3 and 4, it's more black people on the show. And this leads to the casting news I wanted to report on. So Dennis Haysbert has joined the cast, and Dennis is such an OG. I think for me, one of his most memorable roles has to be him from Love and Basketball. He was Quincy's dad, and he was also in Waiting to Exhale. He was the married man who was courting Whitney Houston. When her mama said he's a good man, Savannah, he's a good man. So I'm looking forward to what he brings to the cast. Now, what's interesting about the black families in the Gilded Age is they have similar issues as the white families, when we're talking about the discrepancy between wealth. But when we're dealing with the upper class of black people, the boule, okay, the bourgeoisie, they have their own inner issues that they're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? They're dealing with aspects of colorism. We're dealing with some of these families who don't have a history of slavery. They're free men and they think they're better than the other family who have ancestors from slavery. So yeah, even the black people on here, they're rich, they wealthy, but they have their own inner turmoil as well. So I think this is one of the better shows. HBO just always be putting out fire TV. Like HBO just knows what they doing. So I love this show. I'm super excited that Dennis will be joining this cast. And if you like some good old messy rich people drama, Okay, like me, watch The Gilded Age on HBO. HBO just makes great television. Blue said, damn, the Boule Blacks. Yeah, that's what we're working with. That's what we're working with. That's what we're working with. The Boule. The Boule checking in. All right, next up. What we got? What we got? What we got? I am a huge Interview with the Vampire fan. I love the OG movie. And for y'all that don't know, there's a series out and I freaking love it. Okay, season 3 is getting ready to come out. And this year, let's talk about it. It's only going to be 7 episodes. All right. It's only going to be 7. And I'm not panicking. But I'm definitely side-eyeing it a little bit. I feel like we need more than 7 episodes to tell Lestat's story because when you're dealing with the Vampire Lestat, you're not just telling a simple origin story. You're covering his past, who turned him into a vampire, Louis, Claudia, and this whole damn Rockstar area. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. That's a lot to pack in the 7 episodes. Now the marketing, they snapped. Okay. This is the marketing I would have liked for Wonder Man. The marketing they're doing for season 3 of Interview with the Vampire is they're actually putting Lestat out there like he is a real artist. He has streaming profiles on like Apple Music, Spotify. He's going to be going on tour. Like this is the type of immersive marketing that you got to do if we finna get real meta. Yeah. It makes the character feel real, like really, really real. This is what Wonder Man was trying to do, but they ain't really pull it off well. You know what I'm saying? The people over there with Interview with the Vampire, they get meta marketing. All right. We got t-shirts out, tour t-shirts, merch. This. That's how you do it. That's how they do it. And they said that leading up to the show, Lestat's gonna be dropping singles like every damn month leading up to the show, like he's a real artist. This is the kind of promo I like. Yes. It makes the character feel real. And like I said, they're gonna keep dropping music and singles leading up to the show. And that is how you build hype. That is what I'm talking about. This is how you're supposed to do it. Now, let's get into Claudia. My girl. Reports are saying that Claudia will be hunting Lestat all season, as she should. Okay, after everything he did to her, I need her in his head causing chaos. That guilt and trauma is what's going to make Lestat very interesting this season. Plus, we're also going to be dealing with the Great Conversion. If y'all don't know what that is, that's when the population of vampires is expanding because now they turning these little young vampires and the young vampires are turning more vampires and they're not sticking to the code. So we dealing with an influx of vampires coming from everywhere. At the same time, Lestat is gaining influence because he's turned into a vampire rock star. And all of this sounds so wild. And I'm trying to figure out how y'all about to do this in 7 episodes. Is that really enough to get all of this story told? But I guess we'll see. I'm excited that we're gonna see Akasha. She's gonna be showing up this season.
Oh shit!
Yeah. The Queen of the Damned will be stopping in. I don't know if she's gonna be here for a long time, but we definitely gonna see her, and she'll be played by Sheila Ateem. But yeah, man, if y'all want to see some good television, everybody in here who always complaining about Marvel, always complaining about DC, The Gilded Age on HBO and Interview with the Vampire, yes, that's some good TV, some good writing, some good drama for sure. Blue said that's dope as hell. Let's start dropping a mixtape. hopefully drama does the tape. Blue says, do you think they're gonna murk Akasha? Not this season, but yeah, she gonna get up out of here soon. But yeah, this is my prediction. If this season goes well, they're gonna do a part 2 of the Vampire Lestat. So you're gonna finish his story off, and then I think by season 5 we'll get Queen of the Damned, and like who knows what happens from there. I don't know if the show gets canceled or if they keep going, but they definitely not finna kill Akasha no time soon. She gonna be here for a little bit. She gonna be here. Xavier says, I'm here for the intro of Akasha. That's right. I think Sheila Ateem, the actress who's playing it, I think she's gonna kill it. Um, I think that people are going to be a little off put with her Akasha because she's going to be so different from Aaliyah. She's going to be so different from Aaliyah's Akasha, and I don't know how people are going to feel about it, but I'm excited because I think she's going to be so different. And that gives her the freedom to kind of do what she wants. She's not going to be a carbon copy of Aaliyah. And I think it could go either left or right, but I think she's going to kill it. It's the same way that Jacob Anderson is Louis. He's not like Brad Pitt's Louis. He's different. He's had the freedom to be a little different, and I think Sheila Ateen being Akasha, she gonna be different too. But I think she gonna kill it. I think she's Aaliyah's Akasha was so sexy and sensual. This Akasha, I don't think she gonna be about that life. She ain't gonna be about that sexy life. She coming in like the cold blooded killer that she is. Akasha is a killer. She's a y'all think Lestat is a killer. Look, Akasha is a killer. She don't care. She don't care. Q says, "What's good? What up, Q? Q, send me an email. I got something for you. Let me put my email in the chat. Send me an email, Q. I got something for you, man. Send me an email, Q. I got something for you, buddy. Email in the chat. All right. Next up, what we got? What we got? What we got? What's the next topic? All right. We're gonna talk about some rock and roll and cowboys and all that good stuff. Andre Ware just stepped in. He said, "What up? I'm just here because I brought the biscuits." I can't deal with you and Dre and them damn biscuits. Y'all, I even wore my black cowboy t-shirt for this topic. Check it out. Yes, we are talking about black cowboys. Man, listen. We got Steampunk Mayhem heading to Netflix, and I am here for it. So Brian Tyree Henry, yes, the Oscar, Emmy, and Tony nominee, Brian Henry, isn't just flexing his acting chops. He's executive producing and starring in this wild new anime series called Bass X Machina. And it drops October 6th, 2026 on Netflix. And man, it looks solid. I'm here for it. People are asking for more black content, and it seems like we getting it. I just hope people are gonna show up and watch it. You know what I'm saying? Picture this. A lawless steampunk West, outlaws everywhere, gnarly machines, maybe even some new supernatural stuff going on in the dust. And right in the middle of it is Bass Reeves, a dad with no choice but to become judge and jury to protect his family. Yes. And Brian Tyree Henry isn't doing this alone. He's joined by a crazy stacked cast. I'm talking Janelle Monáe. Shout out to Janelle. Tati Gabrielle. Cree Summers, like Xavier said. Cree Summers up in this thing. Chasky Spencer, Curry Graham, and Starlet Dubois. All bringing it. On the voice side, man, we got a nice little crew coming in for the voice acting for this Bass Reeves project. It's gritty. It looks wild. It's stylish. I mean, gears, guns, and family stakes. Sign me up. I'm here for it. Yeah. This is the kind of genre bending storytelling that y'all say y'all want, and it looks like Netflix is spreading the butter out. They cashing in checks and they allowing people to tell this story. So I'm excited, man, to see what they do with this Bass Reeves story. So whether you're in it for the world building, the action, the emotional stakes, I'm just here to watch Brian Henry Tyree just get busy. Okay. All right. So once again, this is coming out Netflix in the fall, October 6th. I don't know if they're dropping all the episodes at once. I imagine they are. But yeah, man, does this look like something y'all gonna check out if y'all are into this type of anime type situation? Q said, "What? Another Bass Reeves project?" Yeah, for sure. I think we need it, man. I think we need this type of stuff. I think we need it. Now, you'd be surprised. Like a lot of people really don't know who Bass Reeves is. So quick history lesson, because Bass Reeves it's not just a cool Western name. He ain't just some made up person. Bass Reeves was one of the first black deputy U.S. Marshals west of the Mississippi, serving in like the late 1800s in what was then called Indian Territory that is now present day Oklahoma. I think it's just crazy. Do y'all ever think about how This country belonged to Native Americans, and people just came in and just took them out, just wiped them out. But anyway, Bass Reeves was born into slavery 1838. He escaped during the Civil War, and he lived among like some of the native tribes. He was learning their language, survival skills that later made him a legendary lawman. Yes, yes, Bass Reeves has skills. He's he is the guy who they would send out to be like the greatest bounty hunter of all time. Reeves went on to arrest over 3,000 fugitives. Was those fugitives black people? Was he arresting runaway slaves? I need to look into that. I gotta dig a little bit deeper than that. Some historians even believe he may have helped inspire the Lone Ranger. So when you see his name attached to something cinematic, just know the real Bass Reeves was already like larger than life. He was a real character. And if y'all remember in the movie The Harder They Fall, Delroy Lindo played Bass Reeves. Even though that was just like a loose adaptation, that movie was a loose adaptation off some of the cowboys back then. But yeah, man, we got another Bass Reeves project coming out on Netflix, and I'm gonna check it out, man. I'm gonna check it out, and hopefully y'all will be there too. Maybe we can talk about it. All right. Next up, oh, House of the Dragon.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Mm, let me get my mic together for this. All right, y'all. War is here. War is here. The House of the Dragon season 3 trailer just dropped. And baby, they not going easy on us, all right? This is straight up Dance of the Dragons full throttle. Okay, you can already feel the tone shift. It's darker, it's heavier, and it's giving ain't nobody safe. Okay, anybody can go. Anybody can go. Ain't nobody safe this season. All bets are off. The trailer is basically screaming that the Targaryen Civil War is about to explode into complete chaos, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. We are about to see Rhaenyra rise to power, but we all know everything comes with a cost. We have learned that from Game of Thrones that whenever you're going for something great, you're going to lose something along the way. You are going to lose something along the way. And this show, we're about to experience fire, destruction, bodies dropping. You know what I'm saying? Bodies dropping. And at the same time, let's not hate on the Greens too much. The Greens ain't backing down either. All right. Aegon is still in play. Allison, she's still out here kind of moving around. And Aemon is just on wartime. Okay. Aemon is ready to go at it. He is really a mini version of his uncle Daemon. He just ready to fight somebody. He just ready to throw hands. Aemon been ready for this. I have never seen somebody so ready for war like Aemon. He ready to get to it. Now, let's talk about scale because HBO is not playing this season. The trailer is teasing major battles. And if you know the lore, you know the Battle of the Gullet is coming. The Battle of the Gullet is one of the most brutal moments in this entire war. We're talking sea battles, dragons in the sky, and just pure destruction. This is the kind of spectacle that I want to see. And if you see down below there, if you are a fan of the show, we see Bayla riding on her dragon. Baby, it's gonna be dragons everywhere. Everywhere. And that now they definitely not following the books. They definitely not following the books because in the books, Bayla was not involved with the Battle of the Gullet. So I don't know what my niece is doing there. I don't know why she's there, but hey, I'm here for it. She on her dragon. All right. She on her dragon. Her grandma just died last season. Bayla said, I'm not sitting this one out. Now, I know some people felt like last season wasn't good. All right. It had some low points, but that's the executives over at HBO. Okay. Because this big Battle of the Gullet was supposed to happen at the end of last season, but they completely removed it. So that's why season 2 felt kind of like weird the way it ended, but it looks like they're making up for it in season 3 because we back in action. We back at it. We back at it. Yes. Now, another good thing is we also got our first look at Tessarion, which is Prince Daeron's dragon. For y'all that don't know, Daeron is Alicent's other son who's been in Old Town, but he has his own blue dragon. And I've always wondered, like, How would this show up in live action like a blue dragon? And to be honest, man, I think they pulled it off. It looks good. It looks great. And if I remember correctly, Dayron is the youngest son of Allison and Viserys. I can't remember if he's the youngest child altogether or if he's just the youngest son. I think he's the youngest child altogether. But anyway, Dayron, he's been in Old Town, you know what I'm saying, with his granddaddy, Otto. So Dayron didn't really get raised up around like his other brothers, the two crazy ass brothers. He didn't get raised up around them, okay? He takes more of his Hightower side, while Aegon and Aemon, they real Targaryens. All right, they real Targaryens. So I'm excited to see Dayron show up. Best believe he can ride that dragon, and let's don't count little Dayron out. So Team Green, they got a couple dragons. They still in the game. They not finna lay down. All right, they not going down without a fight. Even though I'm Team Black. Team Green ain't finna lay down. All right, they not taking this on the chin at all. Let's see what else we got. Oh, this nigga here. This nigga here. This doofus here. This doofus here. My God. This crispy chicken Cole. I am so ready for him to get up out of here. I'm so ready. I'm so sick of Kristen Cole. Pack him up. I am so ready for him to meet his Dornish ancestors because he's really mad that Rhaenyra didn't want to run off and be poor with him. You really thought she was gonna be on some boat selling oranges and being your wife? We not finna do that. No, not while you struggle. No, 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 no. Kristen Cole, no. She's a queen. What she want to go be poor with you for? Who want to go be poor? I'm so ready for him to be gone. I'm so ready for crispy chicken Cole to be gone. Pack him up. Pack him up. Pack him up. Cancel it.
Be funny, no.
Cancel that bitch. I'll buy it now.
I hate you.
Get him up out of here. Cancel that nigga. Get him up out of there. He has a vendetta against Rhaenyra because she didn't want to be poor with him. Off with his head. Get him up out of here. Like, sir, come the fuck on. She not doing that. I can't stand no crybaby ass man. She was not about to be about that poor life. Sis was like, huh? Rhaenyra was like, huh? I'm finna go be queen. Like, you could be my side nigga. But I'm not about to go run off with you. Like me and my husband got to understand it. Y'all know Rhaenyra had a gay husband. Rhaenyra was like, me and my husband got to understand it. We in an open relationship. He got a man. I could have a man too. So we could still kick it, Kristen Cole, but I'm not gonna go be poor. I'm not gonna go be poor. Like, no, we not finna do that. And he was like, no. He didn't want to be her side nigga. He was like, no, and got mad. So, sir, get the fuck on. Okay? Hopefully this is the last season that we see him. I want him gone so bad. I want him gone. And hopefully, and this is not a spoiler because I don't know what they're going to do because they done changed the show so much from the books. They've made so many changes. But you know what else? I pray by the season finale that Otto Hightower's head is sitting on a table. Because Otto Hightower is the original Jeffrey Epstein. How you pimping your daughter out to your homeboy? Off with his head too. Get him up out of here. Pack him up. Pack both of these two and get him up out of here. I want him gone. Dead. Out of here. Gone. Pack them up. Get them up out of here. I want them gone. Okay? Sick of them. But yeah, man, on a final note, y'all, being real. This is all tragic. This is really tragic because I'm such a family-oriented person. And when you really, really, really get into the nitty-gritty of all this, it's really sad. It's really sad. This whole family is about to be torn apart. And when I say family, I mean everybody. Allison and Rhaenyra, they family. They friends. Their sons are literally blood. They're family. And it all boils down to two men who couldn't keep it real. Because all Viserys had to do was Put Rhaenyra on the throne while you were alive, and this wouldn't even be an issue. You knew you were sick. You should have put her on the throne. And Otto, all you had to do was respect your homeboy Viserys' wishes. Back Rhaenyra up, and the Hightower's whole lineage may have survived a lot longer. Instead, everybody got to die. Not everybody got to die because of weak men and patriarchy. God damn it. Everybody got to go. But how do y'all feel about the trailer? Are y'all excited for House of the Dragon? And who do you think is going to make it out of this season alive? Let me know. Let's check the comments. Let's see what y'all got to say. Hold on here. Andre Ware says, time for the dragons. That's right. We finna get back to the dragons. I'm excited. I hate it for people who not watching Game of Thrones. Dan the Man says, what it do, mildew? To hell with House of the Dragon. I still need to finish, but Seven Kingdoms is better. They said Spidey and Wolverine getting axed in Doomsday. Yep, I'm going to talk about that. Dan the Man said, crispy chicken cold. That's what I call them. She said, crispy chicken cold is toast. Toast. He toast. Yeah. Dan the Man said, ain't this the same queen that tried to smash her uncle? Let the dragons burn them all. I mean, listen. This is what I'll say. We know Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon isn't the type of energy that we be on, the whole incest stuff. So it's taken a while for me to accept that these people sleep with each other. But yes, this is the queen who was attracted to her uncle, married her uncle, but this is just when in Rome, do Rome. Okay, this is just what they do. I can't get mad at this. This is just what they do. This their lifestyle. I can't judge them people lifestyle. This is what they do. Okay. Pam says, good evening, Tina. Hey, Chad. What's up, Pam? Thanks for stopping in. I can't judge them. She said, let's go. All right, y'all. All right. Next up, we're gonna get into some DC and Marvel news, and we're gonna finish this thing out. I'm gonna do a quick little commercial break. Go get me some water, and then we're gonna get into this DC news. Y'all know. James Gunn been talking in the streets, so we gotta cover. We gotta cover the big gun. But yeah, man, let me go get some water, and we gonna get into Marvel and DC. Be right back.
Welcome to the movie Lair. Lights low, screens glow, real news in the air. Welcome to the movie Lair. From Marvel to DC, every frame gets shared. Welcome to the movie Lair. No cap, no spin, just cinema flair. If it's film or TV, yeah, we there. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Yeah. Welcome to the movie Lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping it square. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Lights low, screens glow, real news in the air. Welcome to the movie Lair. From Marvel to DC, every frame gets shared. Welcome to the movie Lair. No cap, no spin, just cinema flair. If it's film or TV, yeah, we there. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping it square. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping it square. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Lights low, screen glow, real news in the air. Welcome to the movie Lair. From Marvel to DC, every frame is there. Welcome to the movie Lair. Don't cat, no spin, just cinema slayer. It's full TG, ain't no we air. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Lair. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Lair. You report the facts and the rumors, just keep it explained. Welcome to the movie Lair.
Golly, Dan, I can't get no water. You know, y'all know I'm towing the line of senior citizens. I gotta get a little parched sometimes doing all this talking. You know, I be talking shit. Gotta get a little water here and there. All right, let's talk about James Gunn. Jesus Christ. Well, we not gonna get into him first. Hold on. Let's talk about some DC news. All right. So, Variety is reporting that the Batman Part 2 is set to start filming at the end of May. Also sounds like they're still on the hunt for Harvey Dent's father, Christopher Dent. So, Jeff Snyder previously reported that they wanted Brad Pitt to be Christopher Dent, but he declined. And I think that would have been some solid casting. I think Brad Pitt could play Sebastian Stan's father. I think that would have been dope. But looks like Brad Pitt was like, nah, I don't want to do that shit. He passed on it. Snyder also reported that after Brad Pitt declined the role, they offered the role to Stellan Skarsgård, and he declined as well. He said, I don't want to do that shit. So hopefully we can get some casting for Christopher Dent soon. I remember I did a video a while ago and people was like, man, actors don't be passing on roles. Actors be passing on roles all the time. Like all the time. And it's crazy that they can't find somebody to play Harvey Dent's dad. I wish Brad Pitt would have took that. But who do y'all think? Do y'all have any ideas of who y'all think could be Christopher Dent? I'm gonna keep it real, man. I am excited for the Batman movie, and honestly, I think everybody around Batman is more interesting to me than Batman. That's just my opinion. Like, for the first Batman movie, I enjoyed the Penguin. I liked Catwoman. I liked all the supporting cast of the first Batman movie. I feel like the cast elevated that movie. And I think it's pretty much going to be the same for the second film for me personally, because we're getting the Dent family. The Joker is supposed to show up. Dr. Arkham is supposed to be in the film. So what's selling me on the Batman Part 2 is the cast. They haven't sold me on Robert Pattinson being Batman. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. He's just such a dull Batman. Nothing about his version excites me. So I'm not going to the movie to watch Batman. Honestly, I'm going to watch everybody around him. That's just me. That's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? Some people like him as Batman. He just don't do it for me. He just don't give Batman. I like Keaton. I like Val Kilmer. I even like Christian Bale. Hell, even damn Ben Affleck. That damn Pattinson just don't work for me. Every time I look at him, I think about Edward Cullen. He like the vampire Batman. He just don't do it. But are y'all excited for the Batman Part 2? And who do y'all think is gonna be Christopher Dent? Why they can't find nobody to play Harvey Dent's dad? It's crazy. Check the comments. See what y'all got to say. Dan the Man says, I say Matt Damon just so he can finally be opposite of Batman. Can Matt Damon be Sebastian Stan's father? I guess. I can see it. O-Dog says, I feel you on that. She said, nah, because this Batman is not guaranteed to be around. I think that might be the reason. So, do you think people are not accepting the roles because they don't see it as a longevity thing? But you got to think about the actors that they're picking. I'm pretty sure Brad Pitt don't want to be in a long-term role. If anything, I think this would be perfect for Brad Pitt. I think this is a get in, get out type situation. I don't think Brad Pitt is looking for any type of long-term deal at this rate. Pam says Peter Walken as Christopher Dent. Let's look Peter up now. I gotta see what he looks. Oh, okay, okay. So this is who Pam thinks would be a good Christopher Dent. Let's show Peter Walken. Hold on, I'm pulling him up here. Yeah, he could do it. I can see it. Yeah, he would be a good. He would be a pretty good Christopher Dent. He could play the drunk, aggressive daddy for sure. Yep, I can see it, Pam. I'm with it. I can see that. I can see that. Dre Max says Tina Targaryen, what up? Dre, you missed my Targaryen stuff. You need to go back and watch that because I lit up Kristen Cole. Lit him up. So sick of him. Tired of him. Dan the Man said he was already in the Batman Returns. Who was he in Batman Returns? Child, don't nobody remember that. Batman Returns. Peter Walken. Dan the Man, he was Max Shrek. Ain't nobody gonna remember him from that. He could be it. Yeah, he could be it. She said, "True about Brad. Should be a quick lick, but he ain't rocking Reddit." Yeah. Q says he was the boss of Catwoman. I completely forgot, but yeah, I mean, you could bring him back in as a dad because he looked so young back then. He could do it. I can see him coming back. I can see him coming back for sure, for sure. All right, let's move on to James Gunn. Here he go. Here he go. Brother James. Brother James. All right. James Gunn is back on the internet again.
Welcome back.
Oh, yeah, man. How you doing? You good?
James Gunn is back and he's debunking rumors left and right. Left and right. He said all these people spreading these rumors about DC, about the DC universe, are liars. He said everybody is lying on him. He said he is the truth holder. He said everybody is lying on him.
All of them lying on me.
That's what he said. He said everybody lying on him. Now we all know James Gunn is not the most trustworthy person in the whole wide world. The man just lies for no reason. He just lies. He just be lying for no reason. But I'm going to be fair. And here are some of the things that he wanted to clear up. So, reports were running that Superman is supposed to start filming in a few weeks, and James Gunn said no. He said no, not in a few weeks. The word few is not the right word. So, nigga, is it a couple weeks? Is it a week? Is it a month? Like, is this really something to fact check? Because he's pretty much saying the word few is the wrong word. So, is it months? I mean, when is it, James Gunn? He said, false. Superman is not about to start filming in a few weeks. That's the wrong word to use. Okay, so he said, y'all lying, y'all wrong. It's not coming in a few weeks. Okay. Variety also reported that the sequel of the Superman movie will be called Superman, Man of Tomorrow. James Gunn said, no, this isn't true. Variety got it wrong. Okay, so it sounds like right now the name of the movie is still just Man of Tomorrow. Now, me, from a business point of view, I don't think or believe that this title is sticking. You want to have the Superman brand attached to the property, so calling it Man of Tomorrow is just not a good name for the average person. Imagine asking somebody, hey, are you going to go watch the Man of Tomorrow movie? It sounds like a Denzel Washington action movie. It don't even sound like a Superman movie. So for right now, James Gunn says the rumors are false that the name of the movie is Superman Man of Tomorrow. He said that is not the title. He said this isn't just a Superman movie. Sir, what the hell kind of movie is it then? Like, what are we talking about? Like, this is not really nothing to debunk. Like, let's be for real. If this is not a Superman movie, then what is it? Is he trying to brand this as some type of Avengers Justice League style movie? Well, what do you mean it's not a Superman movie? What do you mean? Like, isn't the whole purpose of Brainiac and Maxima is they focused on like Superman? Like, what are we talking about, James? Like, we splitting hairs here, James. This ain't even stuff to fact check. James was just bored, got on threads, and he wanted to just talk. All right. Then somebody said, Amen. Is it true that Paradise Lost has been put on the shelf? And he said, absolutely not. He said, definitely not. Jesus, I go on threads for the first time in weeks, and it's just one insanely thing wrong after another. What is going on? James Gunn said, the people lying. Paradise Lost has not been put on the shelf. So he claims Paradise Lost, the Wonder Woman style TV show, is still coming. The reason this is a topic is a couple weeks ago, Jeff Snyder, or maybe it was John Roca, one of them reported that they heard that the Paradise Lost series was thrown away. They can't seem to get the story together. And James Gunn said, not true. That's false. So my question would be, this is my question. How the hell did Jimmy Olsen get a show before Paradise Lost? Because Paradise Lost, The Waller Show, Brave and the Bold, all of this stuff was announced way before the Jimmy Olsen show. And somehow that show has became such a priority that they're now filming it this year. So yeah, some people do believe that some of these shows like Waller and Paradise Lost has been put on the shelf because guess what? We ain't heard nothing. So if we're not hearing things, but we hearing shit about Jimmy Olsen, yeah, people do think the stuff is put on the shelf. So that's another thing that he came out and debunked. He said Paradise Lost is still coming, that it has not been shelved. We'll see. I don't believe him. I don't believe him. I don't believe James Gunn as far as I can throw him. Don't believe shit he say at all. All right, so earlier this week, there were also rumors that James Gunn was rushing Matt Reeves to finish the Batman trilogy before he puts out his Batman movie, which is going to be titled The Brave and the Bold. And he said, nope, that's a lie too. Everybody was like, James Gunn, we heard that you're not going to do a Batman movie anytime soon, that you're waiting on Matt Reeves. James Gunn, is it true? James Gunn, is it true? James Gunn said, who said that I was waiting on Matt Reeves? Who said that?
Who had been saying that?
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? James Gunn said everybody damn lying. Now, a few weeks ago, James Gunn did say he did not want to put out two Batman films in the same year, but it sounds like he's clearing up the rumor that he's waiting until the other director's Batman's trilogy is complete before he gets his own. Listen. I don't know what this looks like. All of this is very confusing. I just don't understand why they can't figure out a way to use the Batman that they already have. I don't know if Matt Reeves is just totally against it, but two Batmans running around at the same time, it's going to be a little awkward. But what I'll say is this is art. Anything can happen. Maybe James Gunn will figure this out sooner or later. I know I reported a month ago that the team who created the Flash movie is also working on James Gunn's Batman movie, the writer and director. And he came out and he defended it. You know, he said he's fine with choosing the writer and director of the Flash to work on his Batman movie. He's proud of his team. So I guess we'll see how it turns out. But James Gunn, you know, he came out, he had to set the record straight, and he said that everybody has been lying on him. And he knows the truth. Let's check the comments. All right, let's see what y'all got. Dre Max said, I came in at the right time. Oh man. Xavier said Gunn is wild. He is. He's so funny. Dre Max said James Gunn was looking for you, Tina, when he got on threads. I look, I don't have no plugs over there at the DC universe, so I don't be talking about his stuff. I just report the news. I ain't got no plug. Q says we need a solo Nightwing movie. Who knows? Momo says we're getting Superman 3 before this Batman movie. Pam says, how many Batmans do we need? Pick one and move forward. Yeah. She says, so the Flash. I don't know. Dan the Man said, them folks already got a new fan cast for Batman after Brandon Scanar. I don't know, man. I I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this Batman universe. Don't give me the line because I really don't know. I'm just here. I'm just here. Hopefully they get it figured out, man. It is very confusing, and I know how it feels when you're not sure of the future. And I think right now James Gunn is kind of unsure with what's going on with everything with this merger with either Paramount or Netflix. So I don't know, man. Hopefully they'll get it figured out over there at the DC universe. But we finna move on to Marvel. All right, so peep this. Sony said, "Yep, we're not done with Venom yet." Because now they're developing a full animated Venom movie. And I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of surprising when I saw this hit the timeline because it just kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, how do y'all feel? Do you think it's a good idea to make an animated Venom movie? I don't know how I feel. I guess I'm kind of just up the middle. I guess I don't care. They've tapped the directors of Final Destination's Bloodline to run this, which is interesting because those dudes came from horror, tension, and chaos. So it sounds like they want this version of Venom to be darker than the live action version. And this is coming from Sony Pictures Animation, the same studio behind Spider-Verse. So you already know the potential visuals could be kind of crazy in this film. But right now, there's no script. They're literally building a writer's room to kind of figure out the direction. So this thing is still very early on. And it was also reported that Tom Hardy is kind of involved, maybe. Like they're saying he could return in some capacity. We don't know if that's just going to be on the producing side or maybe voice acting, but nothing is locked in yet. Would y'all like Tom Hardy to come back and voice Venom, or y'all think somebody else should do it? I guess I don't care either way. I don't really care about Venom that much, but I guess we'll see. Um, I'm looking at this like Sony might be testing a new lane for Venom because let's be real. The live action trilogy, don't get me wrong, it made money, but creatively it kind of was like a hit or miss. Animation might finally let them go full comic book crazy with this symbiote. You know, you can be violent, the horror, all of that. So yeah, I guess if they lean more into the darker, almost R-rated animated vibes, you know, maybe this could be one of the better versions of Venom that we get. But like somebody said on Twitter, it's hard to make Venom work without Spider-Man. You know, people like to see Venom and Spider-Man together. So I guess we'll see if they're able to kind of pull this off. Would y'all go watch a Venom animated movie? I don't know. I guess we'll see. I guess Sony feels like due to the success of Spider-Verse that there's an audience there. So we'll see how it turns out. We'll see. We'll see. Dan the Man says no one talks about the Venom 3 ending, so it would be interesting to see how this one either ties or continues the story. Personally, I'd take an Agent Venom movie. Pam says, I'm sick of villain movies without a superhero. We can watch the film from the point of view of villain, but there needs to be a superhero there. Yeah, man, that's what people are saying. Like, can you really do a Venom movie without Spider-Man? I don't know. I don't know, but I guess they feel like, I guess creatively, I guess I can see it creatively. Like I said, DC did a whole Gotham series that went on for like 9 seasons without Batman. You know what I'm saying? So it's possible. Blue, I don't have no beef with Venom. I'm just kind of apathetic. Like I don't feel nothing. Like I'm not good or bad, high or low on it. It's just Venom. I don't really feel no ways about Venom. I don't know how to feel. I don't know. I'm just here for the ride, child. I'm just here for the ride. Next up, what we got? What we got? What we got? What we got? All right, so this is actually big news for all my Thor fans out there because Thor's not done yet. Okay, Chris Hemsworth just confirmed that he's got a couple more appearances left, which means after Secret Wars. So maybe we're getting a Thor 5 or Thor maybe sticking around in the MCU. Would y'all like to see Thor still in the Marvel Cinematic Universe after Secret Wars, which goes back to what I say almost every single week on this show. We are not getting some hard reset, people. This is even more proof that Kevin Feige is not about to really reset this thing. I don't believe Thor is getting recast. I mean, obviously he isn't. I don't think Tony Stark or Steve Rogers is getting recast. So this whole fantasy world that people think about this great grand reset, it ain't happening. I mean, this is more proof that it's not happening. But anyway, back to Thor. Chris Hemsworth is self-aware of this character. He basically said, tonally, Thor has been all over the place, from serious Shakespearean vibes to full comedy. You know what I'm saying? Chris Hemsworth knows that Thor has been everywhere. And he even admitted that maybe they leaned a little bit too goofy with Thor Love and Thunder. So now it sounds like the next version of Thor is going to switch it up again. You know, maybe something fresh, a little bit more grounded. I think the Russos handled Thor pretty well. He was serious, but he also had his comedic quips in Infinity War. Now, once again, maybe they went a little bit too far in Endgame. They made him fat, made him depressed. But hopefully, hopefully in Doomsday, we're going to get a more balanced Thor. Now, the real question is Thor 5 going to be his send-off after Secret Wars? And here's what I think. Here's what I think, y'all. I think Thor sticks around. However, I don't know if it's going to be a Thor 5 movie. I don't know how Kevin Feige can sell a Thor 5 to the president with how Thor 4 performed. Because, you know, Disney has a new president. So maybe we see him in a team up type situation with another character. It would be hard for me to believe that there's going to be a Thor 5. I just don't see it. And you know what? I'm not mad about Thor sticking around. For some reason, I'm cool with Thor staying in the MCU. Now, that damn RDJ and Chris Evans and Hugh Jackman, I want them gone. Pack them the hell up out of here. Get them up out of here. Everybody else, I'm cool with. It's just them three. I want them three gone. But how do y'all feel? Do y'all think Thor should stick around? Do y'all think he should be recast after Secret Wars? How are y'all feeling about this whole Thor situation? Y'all let me know. Let's check the comments. Let's see what we got. Dan the Man says Thor could be the new Odin for sure. Yeah. She said, I'm fine with Thor. He's cool with me. Dan the Man says, how you gonna say we not getting a new universe when we're getting new X-Men? Your girl Sadie is Jean Grey. Okay, we'll see. Andre Ware says Kevin Feige Ben said it's a soft reset. That's what Kevin said, but for some reason, people don't think it's gonna be a soft reset. They think it's a hard launch. She said we getting Thor 12. Watch. Not 12 versions of Thor. Pam says Thor has a child. That type of maturity should have a balance of drama and comedy. Protector Thor can stay. Yeah. Andre Ware says we just want T'Challa recast and not an aged up child. Old Dog says Thor could stay for sure. Xavier says RDJ needs to go. Paying him all that money should be enough reason to want him gone. I'm going to talk about that later for sure. We definitely gonna talk about RDJ and his salary. All right. Next up, let's talk about this Spider-Man brand new day situation because the streets is talking. We just got leaked concept art and baby, this movie is stacked with villains. All right. We talking Tombstone, Scorpion, Tarantula, Boomerang. Like this is giving street level chaos. Like Spider-Man got a lot going on. Now, first off, Tombstone. I don't know if this concept art is real, but I am very impressed with the design. Now, it do look like they got some extra makeup or something on Tombstone face. They ain't got to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Marvin Jones looks fine as he is. But I am excited to see what Marvin Jones is about to do with Tombstone. We might be looking at a real live situation of some menacing villains. And y'all know Dustin Daniel Cretton don't play when it comes to his characters. He made Wen-Wu feel very grounded, but still dangerous in Shang-Chi. So I expect that same energy here. Tomb I think Tombstone is gonna be fire. I think Scorpion. I don't know about Scorpion. I don't know what they're gonna do with Scorpion, but I'm excited to see what's going on with Tombstone and Tremel Tillman's character for sure. Now Scorpion coming back is about that time. Fans have been waiting since Homecoming for that payoff, and it looks like he's finally suiting up. Possibly one of the main threats, and then Tarantula and Boomerang. We just throw them in. So this ain't just one villain that Spider-Man is going to be dealing with. This is a whole criminal ecosystem. Okay. And that lines up with the synopsis too, because the movie is going back to a more grounded street level Superman. Peter is basically starting over. Nobody knows who he is, and he's dealing with crime in New York on a much, much more personal level. You know what I'm saying? This ain't Iron Man Jr. no more. This is I gotta pay the rent and pay fight five villains at the same time. Okay. He got a lot going on. He's stepping into real grown man territory. And what I also like is this feels like Marvel is building out its rogues gallery again because let's be honest, Spidey's been lacking in that department. Now, it looks like, and we're just going off of rumors, that they're setting up a whole crime world. Tombstone, he's possibly going to be the boss. You got Scorpion acting as an enforcer, and the rest is just adding to the chaos. But my question is this too many villains? Because we've seen how that can go left real quick. We saw that with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Or is this more of a gang war type story where everybody plays a role and it actually works? I guess we'll see. Maybe we'll get some more information when the trailer drops. Either way it goes, I think this is going to be a very comic booky Spider-Man, only because Destin Daniel Cretton is a fan of the comics. So I think we might be getting some real comic book adaptation to kind of make the fans happy. But of course, Kevin Feige gonna step in. We got to find a way to, make all this shit tie to Doomsday. But I think for the most part, we gonna get some comic book stuff in this new Spider-Man movie. So I'm excited to see what happens. Now, let's talk about the rumor that there's going to be a 4-year time jump, because this is where things get a little tricky. Okay. This is where things get a little tricky. On one hand, I actually like it because it does give time for Peter to grow and struggle a little bit. And it really sets up that the consequences from No Way Home has traveled over into this movie. We could be getting a more like seasoned, emotionally worn down Spider-Man who's been through it. And that adds weight. But on the flip side, 4 years is a long time for us to miss out on what Spider-Man has been doing. Also, it's been a long time for MJ to not know who he is. And you mean to tell me the rumors saying he's kind of like been, kind of watching MJ from the sidelines, just kind of checking in on her. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of cute. That's your first girlfriend, your first little crush. You know what I'm saying? As long as he's watching from a distance and not like stalking her, because that can get a little weird. That can get a little weird. Okay, we don't want to see stalking Peter Parker, but as long as he's making sure she's safe, it's a little heartbreaking. We all done had our first love, and can you imagine Can you imagine just knowing your first love don't know you, but you know her? Sad, sad, sad. And like I said, I've seen a few Spider-Man fans upset that there's going to be a time jump because they feel like so much of Spider-Man's life is going to get skipped over, and I understand that. But the way the MCU has just been moving, so unorganized, they just got to do a time jump to get him caught up with what's going on in Doomsday and Secret Wars. Like, unfortunately, it just can't pick up where it left off because the reality is time has passed. So you got to move his story forward. But if it has been 4 years, I mean, he shouldn't be in college anymore unless he's like in graduate school or working on his master's or something. But I guess when the trailer drops, we'll get more information. But what's crazy about this Spider-Man movie is it feels like we know a lot about this movie, but we also don't know nothing at all. Like it feels like we know a lot, but we really don't know anything because there's still a lot of like mysteries and who is Sadie Sink playing and who is the real villain, and that's kind of exciting. I'm interested to see what Destin Daniel Cretton actually does with this film. I'm excited for it. Now, late last night, and my dumb ass, I was up because I be up all night. But late last night, Daniel RPK dropped a little spicy rumor about Spider-Man Brand New Day, and I'm not gonna lie, this got me thinking a little bit. So apparently, this is the rumor. Daniel RPK said Punisher is supposed to have a close relationship with Sadie Sink's character, and in that tank scene, she's allegedly controlling Liza Zayez's mind. So mind control is back on the table. It's back. We really don't know who Liza is playing, and we don't know who the hell Sadie Sink is playing. For all we know, Liza's character could be working with the Department of Damage Control. Other rumors suggest she could be a detective with the NYPD. So all of this stuff is up in the air. Who the hell knows what's going on? We don't know. Now, on top of that, the rumor also says that at some point, Peter gets hurt so bad, like he not walking off Spider-Man energy. I'm talking about he needs real help, and the Punisher steps in and takes him to see Claire Temple, okay, to patch him up. And if y'all know Claire, that street level MCU history there, we're starting to connect some dots. Claire is being played by Rosario Dawson, and she's been in a lot of the Netflix shows playing Night Nurse. She premiered in Daredevil. She used to have to patch him up because he used to be fucked up everywhere every time he got hurt. She was also in Luke Cage, The Defenders, Jessica Jones. So sounds like she's gonna be working on Peter Parker too. You know what I'm saying? Once he gets his ass beat, I wonder who gonna beat him up that bad. Is it gonna be the ninjas? Is it gonna be Tombstone? Who gonna beat Peter up so bad that he got to go get patched up? Who knows? There's also rumors that Claire could show up in the Punisher special and also Daredevil Born Again. Just a rumor. Now, Sadie Sink. Sadie Sink. We've been hearing whispers that her character has some kind of like psychic or telepathic ability. So this ain't coming out of nowhere. But the question is who she's playing. They still got her like this character locked up tighter than Marvel's NDA that I've ever seen. Like, who is she playing? Jean Grey. Jean Grey keeps getting thrown around. That would be a major swing. Like Jean Grey. Why the hell is the Punisher hanging out with Jean Grey? Because Daniel RPK said whoever Sadie Sink is playing, her and the Punisher are cool. Like, what? That's the part that got me side-eyeing this a little bit because Frank Castle really don't be out here moving around with psychic teens. What are we talking about? Like, I don't know. Did Frank Castle have a daughter? I know he had kids, but I can't remember if he had a daughter or a son. If he did have a daughter, maybe he sees his daughter in Sadie Sink's character and wants to kind of protect her. But it's still all just weird. I just I just can't see why is the Punisher hanging out with Jean Grey. So either Marvel is cooking up something really different here, or maybe this rumor got a little extra seasoning on it. But one thing is for sure, if Peter is getting taken care of by Claire Temple, yeah, somebody's tearing his ass up. Somebody beating on him. But this Sadie Sink Jean Grey thing is just so out of left field to me. Like, why is Jean Grey in the mix of all this? Why is she in New York? Why is Jean Grey fighting? Like, what is going on? And in the leaked trailer that we saw in December, she kind of like threatening Spider-Man a little bit, like move, Spider-Man, before I beat you up. Like, that ain't Jean Grey. I mean, Jean Grey can get there. She can get there if she need to, but Jean ain't usually outside moving around like that, man. But I guess we'll see. If Sadie Sink is Jean Grey, Jean Grey just out here just running around in New York threatening people. I don't know. We'll see. But are y'all excited for Spider-Man Brand New Day? Let's check the comments. Pam says, that many villains, Spider-Man is going to need ibuprofen and a cold plunge fighting all those villains. Yep. She says, Spider-Man stalker alerts.
He a fan, freaky ass.
Yeah. Dan the Man says, 4 years without some web warriors to back him up. Where's Miles, Agent Venom, Spider-Boy, Iron Spider, Silk, all of that? Hey, I don't know, man. Pam said, watching from a distance is stalking, Tina.
Bad boy.
Is it? Is it stalking? Is it stalking? I don't know. Old Dog says, feels like this is the street level appetizer before Doomsday. Dan the Man says, Hulk about to damn near kill Peter. See, I even forgot Hulk was in it. Yeah, he could get hurt by Hulk. Yeah, you're right. I forgot. She said, I think he had both son and daughter. Okay, so Frank Castle had a son and daughter. Maybe he sees his daughter in Sadie Sink. Maybe that's how they kind of, link up. Maybe he sees his daughter in Jean Grey. Dan the Man says, in the MCU, Frank looks after kids with targets on their back. Peep season 2 when you get a chance. Now, that's what I'll say. I watched season 1 of The Punisher. I didn't watch season 2. I didn't. So I might go back and watch that. S. Jaddick says, got no clue what this Spidey movie is. I dare say the rumors are wilder than Doomsday. I think that the thing about the Spider-Man rumors is there's things to back this up. Like, we're seeing concept art, we're seeing toys, we're seeing things to kind of validate a lot of the rumors that we heard about Spider-Man. Doomsday, a lot of things we still don't know. And I think that's good. James Jack says she's playing Firestorm. I'm going to assume you meant Firestarter, right? I don't think Firestar I meant. I don't think you. Yeah, Firestar. I will see, James. I mean, the problem is, James, we haven't heard any can Firestar read your mind? Firestar powers. Let's see. Firestar telepath. Spider-Man. I don't think Firestar is a telepath. So that's why a lot of people are leaning more so towards Jean Grey. I don't know, y'all. I guess we'll see. I think we should be getting a trailer next month for sure. I think not knowing who Sadie Sink is playing is great marketing. And I don't think they even intended it to be this way. I think we have created this great marketing campaign with who is Sadie Sink, who is Sadie Sink, who is Sadie. We know who almost everybody is in this movie except for Sadie Sink. And I think they're probably going to lean into this until the premiere of this movie for sure. All right. We moving on for Spider-Man and we going to Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom. I am Doom. You are Doom.
All right. So let's clean this up real quick because the timeline has been getting messy with rumors. So, weeks ago, there were rumors floating around that Secret Wars was going to be split into 2 movies, and Jeff Snyder came out a couple days ago and was like, "Nah, it ain't happening." And if you've been rocking with me, if you was on my live a couple weeks ago, I already told y'all it never made sense that this is going to be split into 2 movies, okay? From a business standpoint alone, that's a fiscal nightmare. You're not about to split one of the biggest movies right before production and renegotiate contracts with actors like Robert Downey Jr. just to run it back. Never made sense. Never made sense. You think Marvel really want to cut another $50 million check for RDJ? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They never really wanted to do it in the first place, but because of the whole Jonathan Majors situation, I think they panicked and they went crawling back to RDJ and they was like, this is what we got to do. Okay, this is what we got to do. And to me, I think it also kind of confirms that I don't think RDJ is going to be the Doom after Secret Wars. I think this is a one and done situation. Like, yeah, he's going to be fired. He's going to kill it. But long term, does Marvel want to keep paying him $50 million, $60 million, $70? RDJ's damn salary is going to be the production budget. So, yeah, I don't think he's gonna be the Doom after Secret Wars. The only way I can see him being the Doctor Doom after Secret Wars is if he says, "I'll do it. All I want is $10 million." RDJ is not gonna get paid $10 million. He's getting older. He was already complaining about not wanting to wear the suit. So I think this is a one and done situation. I think RDJ is in and out, and hopefully, when the world resets, there's somebody else playing Doctor Doom, and hopefully, Doctor Doom's story can continue. It would be a shame if if this is your only version of Doctor Doom you get, and now he's gone. So hopefully, that's not the scenario. But back to the original topic, no, Secret Wars is not going to be split into 2 movies because that was just always a dumb rumor as it is. Moving on. All right. Let's get into some of these rumors that My Time to Shine Hello put out. Let me pull it up here. All right. All of this is going to be allegedly.
Allegedly. The lawyer lady up there in the booth is telling me to say allegedly.
All right, let's get into these My Time to Shine Hello rumors because this is where things start to get wild. All right, apparently Steve and if you don't want to be spoiled, because I know some people don't like spoilers, we are potentially going into spoiler territory with Doomsday. All right, so I'm giving you the warning. You better leave. If you don't want to be spoiled, leave because this stuff might be true, but we're putting it right now in the rumor category.
All the rumors are true, yeah. What you heard, that's true, yeah.
All right, so let's get into it. So My Time to Shine Hello says that Steve Rogers, Peggy Carter, and their son are living on the 828 Earth, which is the Fantastic Four universe. And hold on. Didn't Kevin Feige say that universe had no other heroes? So now you telling me that Cap been over there raising a family this whole time? Jesus Christ. So the 828 does have other heroes. If Peggy and Steve is living over there, is it possible that there's a Black Panther in that universe too? I'm just saying, is it possible? Now the real question is, how did Steve Rogers even get to that damn universe? So the rumor says, follow me now. This is what My Time to Shine Hello says. The rumor says that Loki pulls up on Steve after Endgame when he goes back in time and is like, hey, bro, you went back in time. You started kissing and hugging on Peggy Carter. You created a branch timeline. The TVA is about to erase this timeline. Your whole existence is about to be gone because you're not supposed to be there. And Loki says, hey, bro, I'm going to give you a little loophole where you can continue living your life. I'm going to move you, your wife, and your son to a whole nother universe where you can live happily ever after. Sounds crazy. I I don't know. This is what My Time to Shine Hello said that Loki met up with Steve, went to his house and said, bro, you was not supposed to be bumping and grinding on Peggy Carter. You done created a baby. I need to take y'all to another universe because your whole timeline is about to be gone and you need to survive. Sounds crazy. Sounds crazy. I don't know. And if that's true, it's actually kind of wild, but it makes no sense because how the hell does Loki have the power to move anybody to any universe? Well, like when did Loki start doing that? When did that happen? And why would Steve even trust him to move him to another universe? But anyway, My Time to Shine Hello says Dr. Doom then pulls up in the 828 universe, warns everybody about the incursions. So now Reed and Doom, they got to go find Steve Rogers like, yo, we need your help, which kind of lines up with the other rumor that we heard that Steve and Thor are on some kind of side mission to find Loki in the TV. All this shit sound crazy. Crazy, convoluted. Crazy, convoluted. So Loki allegedly takes Steve, Peggy, and they son, put them in the 828 universe. They're just living their life as normal. Dr. Doom comes from another universe and is like, hey, y'all, incursions are coming. I need help. We got to save the world. And that's how everybody team up. But somehow Dr. Doom is eventually going to be the bad guy because they said Dr. Doom is going to find out that Steve is the reason there was an incursion on his world and his world got blew up. I don't fucking know. I don't know, y'all. It's just what the streets are saying. That's what they're saying. Now let's talk about this Deadpool and Wolverine situation because what? This is all still coming from My Time to Shine Hello. Allegedly, Deadpool and Wolverine get sent to Tobey Maguire's universe to destroy it. Allegedly, both Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine die. My Time to Shine Hello said they're going to die at the beginning of the movie. And I'm not going to lie, y'all. That sounds kind of crazy. People are going to be sad. Now, would I care if Spider-Man and Wolverine die early in the movie? No. Wouldn't care. Not going to shed a tear. But I do understand people have an emotional attachment to Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. I don't care. Pack their ass up. Get them up out of here. I don't care. I don't give a damn about Tobey Maguire. I don't give a damn about Hugh Jackman. Put them to sleep. Put them all to sleep. But my biggest question is, who is sending Deadpool and Wolverine after Tobey's universe? Because Deadpool don't really take orders from nobody, and Wolverine really don't be liking to run errands for anybody. He barely want to listen to Professor X. So unless these variants are coming from the XMen universe, which is a possibility, these could be variants in that X-Men universe who's going out to destroy other universes. Who knows? That could be why they were sent on the mission. Or, could this be Dr. Doom pulling strings from behind the scenes? Could he be the one forcing these incursions to happen and then sending hitters to make sure that those worlds get erased? It's possible. Either way, even if half of this is true, Doomsday might be one of the darkest movies we've ever seen. If they really commit. If you really gonna commit to these people dying, make sure they die. Like this movie has to have some stakes. You know what I'm saying? The streets need a body.
You know what time it is. The streets need a body.
Yes. Put some of these people down. Dr. Doom got to take some of these people out, and they got to stay gone. We can't start killing people and then bringing them back. Some of these people gotta say goodbye. You know what I'm saying? Some of these people gotta say goodbye. Let's check the comments. She said, "Why should anyone care about this Doomsday movie?" Hey, I'm just telling y'all the news. Dan the Man says there's somebody else playing Dr. Doom after Secret Wars. Also, Tina, keep Chris Hemsworth as Thor. No hard reset. Also, Tina considering Sadie Sink as Jean. What do you want? I think I'm very clear on my wants. I'm very clear. RDJ, Hugh Jackman, and Chris Evans, and Tobey Maguire. I want them dead. That's it. That's it. I just want them gone. Everybody else, I don't care if Thor stays. I don't care. I don't care if Valkyrie stays. I don't care. But Chris Hemsworth, RDJ, not Chris Hemsworth. I'm sorry. Chris Evans, RDJ, and Tobey Maguire and Hugh Jackman. I want them gone. I want Hugh Jackman gone. I'm even okay with Deadpool staying, and I don't even like Deadpool. But I want them three, Hugh Jackman, RDJ, and Chris Evans gone. Let them go. Everybody else can stay. I don't think we need a hard. I never believed there was going to be a hard reset. Never believed it. Because I don't think Kevin Feige has the balls to recast main popular characters. I think he's scared to do it. And I know y'all going to say, well, Rhodey was recast. They didn't give a damn. They didn't give a damn about Don Cheadle or Terrence Howard. Okay? The guy from Brave New World was recast. They don't give a damn. These are characters they don't give a damn about. They care about Tony Stark. I don't think Kevin Feige wants to recast Tony Stark because if it doesn't come out good, that's a cross he has to bear. So I think he's going to put that pressure on somebody else. James says, do you think Denzel Washington's playing Blue Marvel? No. Denzel Washington is going to be in Black Panther 3, and I think Denzel Washington is going to be a mentor to T'Challa Jr., or if there's a new T'Challa, I think he will be. I think he's going to play a mentor version. Some people think he's a villain, a Chabi. I don't think that. She said they should have kept Kang Dynasty for sure. They should have. The Magician says, what up, Tina? What up, Chad? What up, Magician? Dan the Man said, Tina, you's a hater. Put some respect on their names. I'm not a hater, Dan the Man. I feel like we can't move on if we still keep holding on to like those old characters. Like we got to move forward. We got to go. You got to just leave RDJ where he's at. Hugh Jackman, all Hugh Jackman want to do is do Broadway plays and ballet. He don't want to be that goddamn Wolverine. Damn, let him go. They keep dragging him back. Xavier says the end of Loki season 2 gives him the power to do all this timey-wimey stuff, but I do think Doom is also heavily involved, for sure. James says, I hope in Secret Wars that they actually have a Kang. Yeah. Andre says, all Fox X-Men dead. If they're not going to die, just send them off. Jabari Muhammad says, I want Hugh Jackman gone too. See, it ain't just me. It ain't just me. Some people just, it's time to move on. O-Dog says, I already learned my lesson on Denzel. Let him retire after Black Panther 3. S. Jaddick says, I think Sharon Rogers, Cap's daughter, has a way cooler design than James Rogers ever has. Yeah. Jabari says they need to stop casting old actors in young roles. Give new people a chance. Damn. S. Jaddick says, you are right, Tina. Pack Shuri up. She died in the comics. We're not killing any more black women. Shuri will be there. The Magician says, Kevin ain't got the balls. I personally never liked the idea of having all these well-known stars play these characters. It takes me out of it. Yeah. S. Jaddick says, Peggy is the greatest industry plant in forever. That's what I'm talking about. Dan the Man says, so move forward with a new universe. Got it. Pack it up, chat. We won. Oh, all right, y'all. We getting in the last topic, and I'm gonna get up out of here so y'all can enjoy y'all Saturdays. Also, um, I gotta move my streams to either Thursday or Friday. Y'all let me know what would be a better day. Um, I gotta move it. I was thinking about doing it on Thursday, but then Blue and Darius, they all going on Thursday. Then I was thinking about doing it on Fridays, but people go to the movies on Fridays. Y'all let me know. I gotta move it. I can't do it on Saturdays anymore. So we're gonna have to move this to either Thursday or Friday in a couple weeks. All right. Last topic. All right. This is gonna be quick. X-Men. We are gonna put this in the rumor category as well.
All the rumors are true, yeah. What you heard, that's true, yeah.
All right, so reports are saying that the X-Men movie will go into production late 2026, which sounds about right to me. According to a report from Filmbase, Marvel Studios' X-Men movie is expected to start filming in the UK at some point this year. And if this report is true, I mean, it sounds right. You know what I'm saying? I can imagine they're about to start filming this movie pretty soon. But yeah, if this rumor is true, this may be the first movie out after Secret Wars, because the current timeline is Secret Wars comes out December of 2027. We always thought that maybe Black Panther 3 would get that February 2028 slot. Now that X-Men may be going into production first, they may actually get that slot. But yeah, so as of right now, the theory was Secret Wars December 2027, Black Panther 3 February 2028. Jeff Snyder reported that X-Men would get the summer 2028 slot. Then in the fall, you could either go Fantastic Four 2 or Shang-Chi 2. We don't know. But if the X-Men is going into production first, they may actually get that February 2028 slot, and maybe Black Panther 3 gets the summer slot. Who knows? Or hell, they may push X-Men all the way to summer of 2028, and maybe Black Panther 3 gets a fall 2028 release date, and maybe it's only 2 movies coming out that year. So who knows? Disney has a new CEO, and I think a lot of things are going to kind of be up in the air at the moment on how Marvel is going to move forward. So I guess we'll see as that kind of goes forward. Also, according to IMDb, Kazra Faharani will serve as the production designer for X-Men. He also worked on Loki and the Fantastic Four. And what I'll say is, I mean, the set design for Loki and Fantastic Four was retro futuristic. So I hope this isn't going to be the flavor for the X-Men reboot. You know what I'm saying? I looked through his IMDb, and nothing else kind of sticks out to help me determine like what his flavor or his style is. So it sounds like Jake Schreier, who also directed Thunderbolts, is now directing X-Men. It sounds like he probably was told by Kevin Feige, hey, this your guy, you using him. Okay. Kevin Feige probably said, we're going to get somebody who's already working in the Marvel system. This is going to be your production designer. And I ain't going to flex. He did a great job on set design on Loki and Fantastic Four. Like, both of those sets looked amazing. Like, he got that down packed. I'm not going to hate on the man. I just want to know, can he do more modern sets? I'm sure he can. So this is going to be y'all guy. This is going to be the guy who's going to be handling the production design on X-Men. His name is Kazra. So we'll see what Kazra is going to do. Now, here's another layer. Marvel, like I've reported before, is reportedly looking at younger, lesser known actors for X-Men, which tells me 2 things. Budget control.
I like more than check.
They got to keep the money right. And they want this to be a long-term investment. Like, this ain't going to be a one and done deal. This is going to be the next saga's backbone. And story-wise, there's already whispers about characters like Cyclops and Jean leading the team, which is, you know, that's what you want to do. You want Jean and Cyclops. That's what people come up to see. You know what I'm saying? We want to see the love story, the love triangle. So it sounds like, you know, they just ready to jump straight into it. And it's just going to be interesting to see who they surround this team with, because Kevin Feige has said he doesn't like to do things that have been done before, so we may not get, the traditional X-Men roster. Who knows? Who knows? But this is the movie that's setting the base, and it's going to tell us what the mutant saga looks like moving forward. Now, the real question is, do y'all trust Marvel to get the X-Men right? Or are we a little apprehensive because of how everything else has been? I think over the next few months, we'll start hearing more about this X-Men crew. Maybe at Comic-Con we'll get an official announcement, or hey, maybe Marvel will skip Comic-Con again this year, or maybe they attend but don't tell us any X-Men news. I think Kevin Feige is probably going to be a little bit more careful on announcing things so far out moving forward, considering like what's happened with the Blade debacle. But yeah, man, are y'all excited for X-Men? Let me know. Let's check the comments. James said, let Henry Cavill be Wolverine. I don't know. James said, let's see Storm and Black Panther hook up. Jadik says, we're going to circle back around to the rumor of Black Panther 3 filming in the summer. Don't see how that's possible if X-Files ain't even cast or filmed yet, especially if Secret Wars and X-Men are filming soon. So Ryan Coogler is doing X-Files, but how TV works, TV is a lot different than movies. Ryan Coogler is not going to direct every single episode of X-Files. He's going to be the showrunner. So he's going to come up with, he's essentially going to be the Kevin Feige of X-Files, right? He's going to help, of course, with cast, picking people to go in all these places, but he's not going to direct every single episode. He's going to hire directors to do these episodes. I imagine it's probably only going to be like 8 or 10 episodes. He probably will direct 1 or 2 of them. So he's going to be involved with X-Files, but he's essentially going to be like the showrunner. He'll be in, but he'll be out. So I don't know about Black Panther 3. I guess we'll see. We'll see. Johnny Rastafari says a retro futuristic X-Men set would be fire. Yeah. The Magician says, I'm kind of super sick of this retro futuristic aesthetic. I think they're obsessed with it. It's so played. James Jack says, hopefully they have more Black X-Men. For sure. Jadik says, I think Kevin might do a slate announcement. He has a new boss that he might want to impress. I think the business is changing though. Everything's just like Marvel is just as much up in the air as DC, because when you have a new boss coming in, this is one thing I'll say. The new boss for Disney is going to come in, but I still think he's not going to be too hard on Kevin Feige, because I think they are going to look at the money. They're going to look at the bottom line, but the new boss is going to tell Kevin Feige, hey man, we need to figure out a way to lower some of these budgets. If we gonna like be profitable, we can't have like $250 million budgets anymore on every single film. Some films, i.e. a Blade film, may only need a budget of 120 million. You might don't have to do 250. So I think if I was the president coming in, I would tell Kevin Feige, let's not be afraid to make some low budget movies, and then when it's time to make the big boy movies, we'll make the big boy movies with the big budgets. But we got to pull these budgets back. That's another reason why I think you just cannot keep RDJ after Secret Wars. You cannot keep him and give him $50 million a movie. It's just crazy. Jabari says, I don't trust the MCU to handle the X-Men, but I'm a fan and I'll be there. Me too. That's how I feel. I will be there. All right, y'all. That's all I got, man. Y'all got anything y'all want to add? Any final words? How long I went? An hour and a half. Y'all know once I get to an hour, I'm ready to tap out. Shout out to all them streamers who be streaming for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. I just can't do it. Can't do it. Too long. I cannot do it. But shout out to everybody who came in and hung out with me today, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all's engagement. Um it helps the show, and I appreciate everybody who's watching it on the replay. But I think that's all I got, man. Unless y'all got something y'all want me to talk about or that we missed. Let me get on Twitter and see if any news has dropped before we get up out of here. Let's see what's going on in the Twitter versus. I don't see anything that's popping. What's popping? How do y'all like Dunkin' Egg? Y'all liking that show? Did it pick up for y'all? Did it pick up? I don't see any new news, y'all. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Mayhem, August 2027. That's been changed. O-Dog says, I just hope X-Men comes out dope for real and they get Storm right. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm not optimistic on this X-Men movie only because the director of the Thunderbolts just didn't do it for me. If y'all would have told me we're getting the director who did Fantastic Four, I would be a little bit more positive. I don't know. I'm nervous, y'all. I am nervous about this X-Men movie because of the director they chose. That's the truth for me. Very nervous. But I'm finna get out of here, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Next week, I gotta figure out if I'm going live Thursday or Friday of next week, but we'll figure it out. I appreciate all y'all. Thank y'all for supporting me, and I'm about to get up out of here.
If you like movies and have time to spare, you need to follow Tina LockLair. Lock. You need to follow Tina LockLair. Lock.